but through scalable, human-first technology that
did good business, carried that for 30 years. Then we're thinking what best we can do, what else we can do for the nation, for the world. Throughout my career or my business career, business life, one of the challenge was to find right talent. That's a big problem. That's the main problem I had, getting right talent. So we were just analyzing and seeing what is the challenge, why is it? And if you see, there is 8 billion population in planet Earth. 8 billion population. Technology very well advanced. Actually, it's a golden era of technology. And several platforms, plenty platforms. Whatever you think, there is a platform, there is a startup, there is something doing. So several platforms, lot of people, technology well advanced. We said there is something wrong, we need to do something here. That's the basic thing where I thought we should do something. And that's where even my son also got with the idea, said, I will be with you. Let us start a journey. So then we look at India. We came to India, we see India. India produces 10 to 12 million graduates every year. 10 to 12 million graduates every year. It's a really good number of people. But 51% of these people only employable. 51%. See, there is a big gap there. And also little sad to see that less than 10% people get jobs what they studied. Somebody's a BTech engineering, so only less than 10% people get that job. It's a big challenge. So 42% of Indians, the strength if you see, 42% of Indians are under 25 years age. Means the demographic dividend, we are the number one in the world. We are number one in the world if you see the demographic dividend. We have so much youth, so much energy, but underemployed, underutilized, challenges there. So the other side, companies are suffering to get people, right people. 80% of companies are not getting right people. More than 50% they say there is some shortage, soft skills, etc. So these challenges are there. Despite of having really youth, despite of having so many education centers, in children's education, a lot of time they really support them 4 years. And after 4 years, if you want to know that only the less than 10% get right job, the others, if you order food, the delivery boy comes, you ask him what did you study, he says BTech, which is a challenge. But do they need to spend 4 years to do that job? No, there is some challenge. Of course, there are challenges like saying, it's a curriculum outdated, this thing, that thing, all these things, the point come. But that's not just the only point. I'm sure if you see some of these newspapers, things, what you see, what's called, how is the statistics of the situation in India, you will understand that part. So then we were seeing what is the challenge, why is it? The main challenge is that actually today's youth or Gen Z, the dynamics are different. Their dynamics are really different. They can't sit 3 hours and study. So one of the sport thing they do, which I always say is, our youth practices sport with 2 fingers. And these 2 fingers create more anxiety, more stress, and no concentration. That's where we said to get a clear mind and concentration and really get a great mind, and energy health also should be good. So that's where we need to bring sports. We have, really good population, 1.4 billion population. I'm sure if you see the Olympic titles what you get. India is somewhere down. That's not possible. We have youth, energetic people, but we are not there. And also challenge in the colleges. So that's where we said we will take sport as one of our main activity so that people can concentrate more and have good health. And sport itself is a great sports industry. It's an industry, and there are a lot of skills in that area, a lot of jobs available throughout globe. And I wrote it said sports is a very big industry. So many people are not aware of that. So that's what we bring. Of course, later our team will tell you more about that. So we took that point as a point, and also we start our journey in the colleges, helping the students there itself with sport and also hand-holding them. So the point, world don't need another job platform. There are plenty platforms. There are plenty good platforms as well. It is actually almost like a jungle. If you see the platforms, you have job boards, edtech platforms, several platforms. It's a jungle. If the candidate is smart, he will go through the jungle because he knows how to navigate, or he has some mentor, he can do that as well. If the mentor is there, he will guide him, he will support him, he will go. If both are not there, then he is lost. And these all platforms are fragmented. They are not one thing. That's where we said we will have to have a holistic platform, and hand-holding is important for the students. One thing is the sport, and second thing is hand-holding. That's where we thought we should believe in holistic platform, and that's where we started with our journey. And I'm very happy to have a great team with me on this journey to make this success, and looking forward to this. Thank you all.
தேங்க்யூ சார். நம்ம எல்லாரும் இன்னைக்கு என்ன ரீசன்காக கேதர் பண்ணியிருக்கோங்கிறத ரொம்ப அழகாக எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணீங்க. டு டேக் இட் ஃபார்வர்ட், ஐ நவ் இன்வைட் மிஸ்டர் மனோகர் ஜவாஜி to present the journey and the soul of Impacteers. Mr. Manohar is a strategist and an innovator. Over to you, Mr. Manohar.
There was no guidance, and to settle in Germany and build a business empire in Germany is a very tough job even compared to US. So that is the life that my father was going through. And the important thing about this journey is he is now looking at me as a son, and he's thinking, today you have technology, you have AI, you have all the things, but what are you able to make out of it? And he's seeing that in this generation there's so many people who are struggling, and he doesn't understand. He did neither have opportunity, nor have guidance, nor have technology or any tools. But he made it happen, he became successful. So why are today so many people struggling? Why are people getting depressed, getting challenged? So that is the problem that he has always been facing. And me, being exactly that part from the new generation, I was thinking, okay, what is it with our generation that is making it so difficult? And what I can say is that we complement each other in the ways, because I can say from our generations, the challenge is we are overwhelmed. Today there are thousands of job platforms, thousands of e-learning platforms, thousands of opinions. We are getting opinions from parents, from relatives, from friends, from so-called experts, from influencers. We have so many opinions, so many things. We are lost in this jungle that my father was talking about. So that is today's situation. That is today's problem. And now I will tell you two things that I've learned from my father that have really accompanied me in building this. The first is, he said the recipe for his success was value. Always think value first. How do you create value for the society? So I have focused on that one part. And the second piece was focus on the people first, right? Who are the people? Understand them. What are the challenges? And look for opportunities. So these two lessons, I'll tell you, have shaped the way we brand ourselves. And now I'll explain to you what this so-called B2T stands for. So if we take these lessons about value and about people, if we look at today's market, there are two markets. There's the HR tech market and there is the edtech market. If you look at HR tech, it's B2B. So there are thousands of different companies with thousands of different tools and niches and whatnot, and they are focused B2B. They're solving problems for businesses. Then there's edtech. And in edtech, there's also so many platforms, so much content, so many things. It's B2C. But B2C is just focused on selling, on traffic, on volume. That is what B2C is focused on. But what is the problem today? The problem today is a lot of professionals and talent is not getting nurtured. So this is why we said we are not B2B and we are also not B2C. We are B2T. We are business to talent. What we are focusing on, unlike other platforms, we are focusing on how to recognize talent, build talent, and nurture them throughout their life's journey. And today there's no platform for that. And for this, our vision is very simply put, we don't want to be a job portal, we don't want to be a tech platform, we don't want to be just a HR platform. What we want to be is we want to be a platform that is like an ecosystem, like a community. And this community is supposed to help me throughout my life, throughout my journey. How can I grow? How can I learn? How can I develop myself? That is our vision. It's a large vision. And with this comes a lot of responsibilities in terms of what we have to drive. We have to reach the mass. We have to reach many people. So the goal we have made for ourselves is that in the next 24 months, we are not looking at this as a small problem to solve a small thing. In the next 24 months, we are looking at really massively onboarding people. 10 million users, people, lives we want to affect. 10 million careers we want to affect. We want to make sure that people who nowadays become food delivery drivers, right? We want to give them a perspective. We want to show them you don't need a graduation or BTech or MTech to become a food delivery driver. What you need is you need a platform that gives you the pathway, that gives you the support, that ecosystem. And on the other side, what we also recognize is that we cannot only just build that ecosystem, we also have to look at businesses. And that is where we said, today we have more and more leaders coming. It's a great thing that we have more leaders. But we need to support those leaders, we need to support those businesses to hire and nurture the right talent. And that is what we're building. And we set a very ambitious goal. We want to affect 1 million leaders, 1 million businesses in the next 24 months. And that is all from my side. Next, I will give it to Dr. Bala and Sanjeev, who are also going to talk more about the platform, about the technology. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Manohar. Impacteers-ஓட அடுத்த எக்ஸிக்யூஷன் ஸ்டெப்ஸை வந்து ஒரு கிரேட் விஷனோட வந்து எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணுங்க. தேங்க்யூ. அடுத்து Impacteers-ஓட கோர் ஆஃபரிங்ஸ் பற்றி எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணுறதுக்கு we have someone. He is the former Apple innovator and AI and product visionary. He has led groundbreaking work in AI, product design, and scalable systems that impact millions. And now, it is my pleasure to welcome Dr. Bala Tanjore, who will walk us through the platform and its products. Dr. Bala.
So, vanakkam. So, I'm a Tanjore boy. So, I can speak English too well, but I wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart in Tamil. Right, vandadukku romba nandri. Thanks for making it to the event. Of course, this event is very special for us. There is a reason to it, because we have been bootstrapping it for the last 3 years. Right, there is a lot of focus, effort, energies that went in. Right. So இங்கே வந்த யாராச்சும் வந்து இதுதான் சொல்லுவாங்க 3 வருஷம் ரொம்ப கஷ்டப்பட்டோம் and all these things. I don't want to tell the hasty stories, right? But I wanted to talk about what is there today. So before that, I'll give you a snap of myself, right? So I've been in this industry for more than 2.5 decades, IT industry, and I've built products at scale, different products at scale. And over my journey, I had a chance to work with many eminent people in the industry too, right? And some of the products I made are minting millions, some of the products are minting billions. And on the other side, most of the product I have made are only targeting the top 15% of the audience in the world. I've been part of Apple, I was reporting into Steve directly, built Apple Pay for them, right? And the outcome was a sophisticated phone, right? And how many people handle it is only top 15% in the world. I've been part of Google, built something, again, the product is handled by the top 15% of the world. Right? Fundamentally, after a long time, I said, like, this is not the place I wanted to be in. So it should be meaningful. 85% of the audience, right, who wants to transform their career throughout. That is what we wanted to build. And it started in just in what a boardroom, war room, right, thinking about what can we do. And all the astonishing numbers that you have seen, right, was a little scary, right? 10 to 12 million people coming out, still there is a gap. Fantastic platforms out there, doing great things, but still fragmented. So these are a lot of things that gave us what? Something, a clarity of thought. First thing what we have understood is, ideally this is what people say. Once you have a clarity of thought, once you have understand the problem, you have got the solution 80% right. So what we got first is, after 2 years of our brainstorming, we understood where was the problem. That itself was a major breakthrough for us. And now that problem, we have solved it by building a platform. That is what you are going to see today. And today's event is more about what we are giving it back to this 85% of the audience that we are talking about, right? Now then we understood this platform is not related to one demographic people, right? It is actually targeting multiple demographics. And one of the things that actually came out is, if you have to land in a career, right, you need to be properly groomed, okay? I'll take a simple example. There are many young people who are from the press here, right? You know a lot of nuances about how this industry works. Today's event, you would have got a framing in your mind, what to ask, what is that you have to write, right? Now a budding guy who's coming out of college, ask him to write a content, goes to GPT, asks something, he gets something out. That is the frame of mind of the people today, right? And all these industry experts sitting in here over 20 years, 30 years of experience, this knowledge is not going out, right, to the market. So this is what is one of the gaps that we have seen, right? The first thing is, the career shaping happens not at the job portal, but prior to it. That is what we wanted to solve first. That came in as in what a thought, and there we have built an ecosystem, which is more from grooming the people from the colleges, right? So he is understanding what he is trying to do, where he is lagging in, what is the gap. You have a right mentor sitting next to you. Maybe tomorrow, if everything is all okay, you can all be mentors in our platform, shaping the lives of many people who wants to take, right, this as their profession, right? Media as a profession. So we can also come in. So we said there should be someone who was trying to give the experiences back. So we started with talent farming, right? So I wanted to tell a simple stuff, right? So there was a job given to 3 people. Okay, one has to actually plow the soil, the second has to plant the tree, and the third one has to actually close it and nurture it by watering it. End of the day, it's all about planting. One fine day, the second guy was not available. The first guy came in, plowed the soil, the third guy came in and he closed it and nurtured it. The plant was not planted. That is the shape of the industry today. Too many things are available, fragmented. We don't know whether we are planting the tree or not, but things are happening. So we found out that as a problem. Now we started shaping up another layer, which is more about giving a career guidance through a platform which can give them the right opportunity. So which we are calling it as more about jobs, right recruitment, right talent for the company. So all these things is what we wanted to do it. And finally, the third thing that we have understood is, it's just not about throwing them a right opportunity and the organization getting a right talent. It's all about the sustenance as well. The people are hopping today. You are a company level, hardly today, 1 year, 2 years, and they are jumping out. Right? There is a lot of reasons to it. It has become hard for the companies to sustain the talent as well. Right? Earlier it used to be what? Their designation should be the primary thing. Later it became money. Today it was something else. Right? So people are not understanding what they need today. So what we are saying is the third element is more about how an organization can actually retain the talent, how they can do the succession planning. So if you happen to see the cycle, it's just not one single product that we are getting out. It's a power of three that you're seeing there. It's all about 3 different products, starting from college, grooming the people, giving them a career guidance, and then putting them in the organization and retaining the talent so that the entire life cycle goes on, right? And in between, we have thought through many things how we can enable it, right? So one of the things is getting the mentors. So as you said, like we can have people like you guiding them. We said we need to conduct more events to understand how they are communicating to like-minded people, and what are all the different kind of courses and skills that they can actually take in. So there are multiple things that we have thought through, and that is all reflecting in the platform today. And the last thing that I wanted to tell you, we are also leveraging AI, right? It becomes a good news in today's paper if I talk about AI, right? And you all know about it. And we are using AI in a very meaningful way. That's all I wanted to say. We are not building AI just to ride the wave. We wanted to give AI a shape so that it can enable people, not dominate people. So people now are pretty much feared about losing their jobs about AI. That is a myth. It will never happen. Platforms like us are leveraging AI to move the needle, to get the people, to get more jobs and adapt to the new ecosystem, right? It so happened when we started, typewriters were moved and the computers came in and people were not able to adapt to that. Similarly, this is the wave of AI today. Slowly, AI is going to enable people to go from X to Y. That is what it is going to do. It is not going to take the jobs, and we are the platform you can look out for making happen, leveraging AI to create more jobs, not for getting the jobs out. So these are the things that I wanted to push in. Ideally, I wanted to have some teasers for you, so then you can also see the platform. Maybe after Sanjeev speaks in, we'll take just 5-10 minutes to showcase you like how it is looking in, right? So that you can see the new brides flaunting how it is right in the dais. So that is what I wanted to say. Thanks once again for the opportunity. Thanks once again for coming. Nandri. Thank you.
ஒரு பர்பஸ் அண்ட் டெக்னாலஜி வந்து ஹேண்ட் இன் ஹேண்ட் வரப்போ இவர் பேசுறது கேட்கறதுக்கே அவ்வளோ எக்ஸைட்டிங்காக இருக்குது. தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச் டாக்டர் பாலா. To bring this full circle from vision to ground level action, we now welcome Mr.Sanjeev Korada, who will share real world deployment insights, success stories and operational strategies that are already making an impact. He's a seasoned business executive with over 36 years of experience. Mr. Sanjeev combines 18 years in the MNC with 18 years in the strategy building. He has led high impact business strategies across global markets, driving growth and transformation. Over to you, Mr. Sanjeev.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, Abhi, for the nice introduction. I also felt nice about myself. When we hear Krishna and then we hear Bala and then Manu in between, Manohar, Javaji, the problem sounds very simple, But when you start saying, okay, write an essay on it, that's where the problem begins. That whether you are going to write a 2-page essay or you are going to write a 2,000-page essay on this. When I began the journey with Krishna, the first time when I met him, he said, Sanjeev, do you realize there is a problem? There's 8 billion people, but there's an engineer who is coming to deliver food, and we need to solve these problems. That day it sounded very, very simple to me and very straightforward. But then when we sat in the office and we started to look at it, it was like a never-ending cycle. It's just a very, very large problem, and different geographies have different problems. Different cultures have different problems. Just to quote as an example, when we look at the Tamil society here, extremely intelligent people, highly educated, they get academics very, very quickly. They understand what they read. And then when I just shift my thought process to the north, I realized that that's not the same case there. But then it is very surprising to see there are a lot more entrepreneurs coming out from there and a lot more people who are serving the system coming from the south. When you want to fix a strategy in between all of these combinations, then the challenge becomes complex by the day. So the point came when Bala came and said, Sanjeev, what do we want really in our platform? Of course, by then Krishna already had figured out quite a few things in his head, and he was already bulleting it off and saying, we need to do this, we need to do this, we need to do this. My thought went into one specific question. First, let me take one individual to see how to fix his career, his or her career. What do we need to do to fix one person's career? And then, of course, when we looked at it, the first thing in our mind comes as a college student, because that's where the journey for career begins. So we went to a college. Fortunately, I'm also part of several colleges' education system. So I called in a group of students for a chat, and I asked them what is it that they want. And I'm talking about a college in Chennai itself. Their ambitions were big already. They wanted. But one thing came in very common. Everybody wants to become rich. And straightforward. This generation spoke very open about it, saying, we want to become rich. So I said, okay, great. What will you do to become rich? He said, that we will see whatever comes my way, but I will first want to figure out where there is richness there. This gave me my first answer that end result was expected first to select the journey. So it is not now about the passion anymore. Passion is still a question mark here. How do I figure out? And then when I met Manu was talking, I keep calling him Manu, just pardon me for that. He's like my son too for me. Manu said, no, we need to go beyond find your calling. We need to understand where the passion is. That's when they will not feel tired for a long time. I said, point taken, that's also very valid that there should be finding your calling, but the calling here looks like, with the younger generation, how much is the money? That's the calling. We kept brainstorming over this. This is where that 2-3 years went by. This is what the problem was. We also took another group and we said, what does the 25 people here, 25 years old want? Then we said, what do the 35 years old? So the journey went on in that direction. So I will just share I just gave you kind of a briefing of what happened. Why did we take 3 years? So now you know my problem. I'm going to just quickly walk through you to explain how we were able to group it eventually, what we understood, and what we have to give to them for them to succeed in what they want out of life. So let's look at the 17 to 22. we're talking now about they need skills, and today we do have a special guest here. We are going to make a surprise announcement after this event. Then, as they are finishing the college, internships, meaningful internships. I'm not talking about low-cost labor here. I'm talking about meaningful internship, which are more connected to at least some of them who know what they want to become in life, and industry exposure. Bala put it a brilliant example, which connects with all of you here. So all of you here write notes, write articles, but today I think many do in ChatGPT as well. I do not know which is the correct path to it. I appreciate all the hard work all of you have been putting in writing by yourself, but future will unfold the truth in some time. As we go along, then we looked at 22 to 30 years age group, and then we said, these are the people who are looking for placements, apprenticeship, and advanced skill development. This advanced skill development was also a discovery for me. Though they are just finishing their college, just now finishing their college, the problem with that is the curriculum which is taught in the college is slightly outdated. I'm not sure who is going faster, the technology is going faster, or the universities are a little slower. I'm not very clear about that, but there is the gap that is coming in, and this is where the advanced skill systems need came up. Then we looked at the 30 to 45-year-old group, teaching, consulting, mentorships, community service. These were the needs that we have been able to identify for these groups. It's more of a leadership age. When people have worked for 10, 15 years and have reached a certain point. As we went along, then we had the 45 to 60. This is now was the time of the same teaching and consulting, but on the other side of the table. Right? People could mentor back. As Bala just now mentioned, all of you can teach the upcoming reporters to see how they have to creatively do their job and not just depend on AI or ChatGPT. That kind of mentoring, that kind of teaching has to be done. Finally, we reach the groups of Krishna and myself. I'm much younger to him, I just want to be sure about that, all of you know that. But it's time for us to give back. The world has given us a lot. At least my career, I had a chance to travel more than 100 countries. Some of the countries I have traveled multiple times. Met a lot of people around the world, had a chance to experience their cultures, the way they think, the way they live life. So it feels very nice to be, as a gratitude back to the world and say, okay, we want to give back something to the society and work with it. There you might see the age group as 70 plus. I just want to be sure, I just finished my 57. I started feeling like that. Now I want to attend to one of the thoughts that Krishna had shared with all of you. It's not just about career, it's about being healthy throughout the career, with a conscious mind, healthy mind, happy mind. Some of the countries have started to talk about this happiness index, like Bhutan and Sweden, and now I think all the countries follow their happiness index. Unfortunately, India is now in the journey of picking up to see how people can be happy. It might require a lot of work to climb up the ladder, but happy news is that the work has already got initiated. Our contribution to that big and large goal of the world is to bring in sports. And the slide that shows there, sports is, I don't know, I'm assuming most of you have not played any sport for the last 15 years, 20 years. This is my assumption here. Correct me if I'm wrong. Sports is always considered as time pass, at least in our cultures here, because after a certain age, you stop being active in the field. You are busy with your family life, your job. We want to change that. We want to bring in that sports culture. This is a unanimous agreement between all the members who are sitting here, because fortunately all four of us had the chance to travel around the world, and we see that in all the other countries people are so active, hiking, biking, they have lots and lots of sports. You can see that adrenaline kind of things that Red Bull does, which is a nice side of thrill sports. I'm not talking about reaching there yet, but simple sports, being active, play badminton, play cricket. I think India is all about cricket here. So we have created a small roadmap for ourselves, and we will be bringing in first time in the world is intercontinental, is what we are talking about. Asia playing versus Africa, Africa playing versus Europe. So we can have not a team that is called Team India or Team Japan or something like that. We want to call Team Asia. It's a journey. It's too early to talk about it, but yeah, we have put some goals for ourselves, and hopefully we will be the first one to reach that goal. So with that, I would like to thank all of you. But before I conclude, I want to also say, I spoke about global need for this solution, and we are stepping up our journey, and our next step would be to reach out to the US and then start going around the world. Thank you so much. Thank you all.
Yes, இப்போ ப்ராடக்டோட ஒரு ஸ்னீக் பீக் பார்க்கலாம்.
One who wants to actually take people into the organization, right? The organizational experts, the human resources industry, how they can use AI to actually prospect a candidate. Because what we have thought is they are spending more time than ever in assessing a candidate today. And prior to that, the problem is they are not actually getting the right profile when they actually post any job. For an example, you people, when you are looking for a guy, right, in your space, right, you have some expectations. But when you go and put the job post, you have every Tom, Dick and Harry, right, putting and giving their profile. You will spend more time in looking at their profile and scrutinizing it rather than getting into the next stage, right? So what we have done is we have leveraged the AI, and we are trying to actually use AI as an interviewer, mock interviewer, trying to shape up yourself. So all these things can happen through AI, right? So we are bringing this concept of AI interviewer, and that is what the video that you are going to see. Now there is an AI which is actually helping a candidate to reshaping herself and prepping her for the interview so that she can excel, right? It is asking the questions related to the attitude, reasoning, technology, whatever it is, and trying to shape up. And she can use it multiple times so that she excel. So this is the uplift that we wanted to give it to that particular lady to move from X to Y. So this is what I was talking about. You can just play the video for a bit. When she said, I have done projects, it is asking her going deep and getting the context out. It is not off context. So now, look at this. There are a lot of people who are trying to apply for jobs today, and this tool is given to them, and then trying to practice it, right? What are the tough questions that can be expected? What are the attitude questions that can be expected? There is a company who actually looks out for culture rather than the technology. How you have to take that particular thing. So this is what we are planning to actually give it. This is one of the USP that we are talking in, a benefit that we are talking in. It can go to the HR people for conducting the interviews, or to the students to actually improvise themselves, to be ready for the career uplift. So do you have any other video like the skill gap? Do you have it? Stop. I just don't want to be it as a technology session. So prior you go and see your career, the very first thing is you need to understand where you stand in the journey. That is more important. So what are all the things that you know and what are all the things that you don't know, right? So what we have done is we have created in technology which can give you the complete understanding of your profile, right? Which means where and all you are good at. What are all the things that you can excel and where are the gaps? And when you find your gaps, we have lot of other tools that can help you to excel. For an example, you don't have a specific skill. Then you come to Impacteers. You have a mentor who can help you out. You have a course that can take you, or you have an event where you can participate and understand. Or you can actually get into a session one-on-one with an expert and try to learn from them. All these are the levers that we are giving you. So end of the day, what we are trying to do is to make the journey meaningful, right? No random things, spot on. You are trying to move from one place to another place with a targeted what? Source. So that is what we are trying to actually achieve. There are more things in the platform. I'm not talking about the quantity of things that we have built, the quality of things that we have built in, which is needed for this entire industry, the 85% of the audience that I'm talking in. So maybe now it is all available, it is live. Now it is more into the what market now. People can come in, people can experience. Now we wanted to hear from the people. Now it has been enough that we have actually pushed ourselves, right? Now it should be there out, we need to hear and there is a lot to be done, and once it goes into the market, we hear the real feedback. So that is the phase that we are in. Ideally, we have just moved it only 10%, right? We are not carrying that onto our head that like we have built a great platform, there is more, right? So we are in that phase. We are now going to hear more from the customers and trying to revamp. So all these things, whatever we have spoken is live, and this event we just wanted to make it or voice it out that we have come to the market. So that with that intent, I'll pause it, and yeah. So next thing, like maybe
product or face to the name kadachadu வந்து
முதல்வன் skill initiative, you might have know about very well. The ultimate purpose is same, what they are telling and what we are doing. In Tamil Nadu, we reach nearly 1.5 lakh engineering students are entering into the colleges. In arts and science, some 3 lakh students, polytechnic some 55,000, and IT 30,000. So nearly 6 to 7 lakh students are entering into the college education. But one of the major issue, the students are not industry ready. They are, what the curriculum in the college differs from what the industry expects. This was a story ended as part of the academic structure. And the syllabus will be approved by the Board of Studies. We provide 2 credits for them. The skilling will be imparted by the global or national experts. That way, first 2 semesters we made English communication. Communication English is one of the subject. Then 3rd semester onwards we give digital skills or AI skills, how AI can be used, how the AI fluency, how ChatGPT, prompt engineering, how AI can be used in Excel or Word or PowerPoint, how AI can be used in data analytics. So this is common for all students across Tamil Nadu. And also 4th semester we give employability skills, that is called how problem solving, team working and reasoning, logical reasoning, attitude, how you can write, you face your competitive exam like that. Then we give the domain skills. In computers or
our IT sector, we have all the skill set. We partnered with global industries like Microsoft, IBM, Google, Oracle, Salesforce, ServiceNow, MongoDB. These industries are involved in skilling and assessment and certification. That means our students are getting a global certification, part of their curriculum. In the last 3 years, we trained around 41 lakhs of students across Tamil Nadu. This is a skill certification. In that, nearly 26 lakhs are through the global industries, what I am saying it. That means 53% is supported by the CSR from the global industries in the skilling of non-model. It's one of the example of public-private partnership. What the industry requires, the industry themselves coming to the colleges and offering these skills and assessment and certification. That's an example for the entire country. And moreover, we also conduct the hackathon for the students, and the skill is delivered as a project-based learning. We give the use cases, real-time problem the students has to solve with the support of industry.
ஸோ இன்னைக்கு இம்பாக்ட் இயர்ஸ்ங்கிற பிளாட்ஃபார்மோட லான்ச்காக இங்கே எல்லாரும் வந்திருக்கீங்க. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆஃப் ஆல் ரொம்ப நன்றி. இங்கே வந்து பேசுங்க. தி வேர்ல்ட்ஸ் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பிஸ்னஸ் டு டேலண்ட் பிளாட்ஃபார்ம் which we call it as Impacteers. மூணு வருஷமோட கடம் உழைப்பு இன்னைக்கு வந்து பிளாட்ஃபார்மா வெளியில வருது. So we are all happy about it. So under the guidance and visionary of Krishna, Javaji, our founder, chairman, and also the younger generation, our CEO, Javaji, and Sanjeev ji, who has got a lot of experience on the strategy. So we all came together and we have built this platform. Thanks once again for receiving us very well. And this platform is live today. இன்னைக்கு இந்த பிளாட்ஃபார்மை நீங்கள் போய் யூஸ் பண்ணலாம், லைவாக இருக்கு. ஆல்சோ வி ஆர் எக்ஸ்பெக்டிங் மோர் ஃபீட்பேக் ஃப்ரம் தி யூசர்ஸ். ஸோ இன்னிலேருந்து மோர் ஆஃப் வாட் வெளியில் பிளாட்ஃபார்ம் எப்படி யூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க, எப்படியெல்லாம் பிளாட்ஃபார்மை வந்து அடுத்த ஸ்டேஜுக்கு கொண்டு போகணுங்கிறதுல தான் நாங்கள் வந்து அடுத்த 2 வருஷம் வந்து உழைப்பு போட போகிறோம். ஸோ தட் இஸ் அவர் இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட். ஃபார் த நெக்ஸ்ட் 1 இயர் எங்களோட கான்சென்ட்ரேஷன் எல்லாம் இந்த பிளாட்ஃபார்மை வந்து ஃபுல் இந்தியா consumers use பண்ற மாதிரியா we are targeting it. That's our first marketing event that would be happening. Later we also wanted to penetrate into global geographies. Already adukana plan எல்லாம் we have already curated it. Slowly we are trying to aim for the global regions as well. So once again, thanking you everyone for coming in and what taking us, receiving us very well. Thank you.
Platform main advantages.
ஸோ இந்த பிளாட்ஃபார்ம் வந்து ஒரு ஹோலிஸ்டிக்கான பிளாட்ஃபார்மாக நீங்கள் பார்க்கலாம். இது ஒரு கம்ப்ளீட் கெரியர் கைடன்ஸ் பிளாட்ஃபார்மாக நான் வந்து சொல்ல விரும்புகிறேன். ஸோ ஐம் நாட், இங்கே நிறைய பிளாட்ஃபார்ம்ஸ் ஆல்ரெடி இருக்கு, தேர் ஆல் குட். ஸோ யூ ஹேவ் பிளாட்ஃபார்ம்ஸ் விச் ஆர் ஜாப் போர்ட்டல்ஸ் தட் ஆர் in the industry for more than 2 decades, 20 வருஷமா 30 வருஷமா there are many job portals available, many edutech platforms are available, but this platform is first of its kind, which is actually the career guidance platform. So student life lende till your retirement you can be in the platform and leverage the platform for your career graph. So in the platform oda essence adudha. So that is the difference that I can say, and this is first of its kind. We are not actually putting ourselves into any of these specifics like job boards or edutech or anything else. So we are a holistic platform.
India has a great demographic dividend for youth. Compared to the whole world, we have wonderful population and with lot of energy, lot of strength. And the whole world needs professionals. Shortage of professionals throughout the globe in all professions. And we have wonderful people whom we can really help, guide, nurture and send them. We've been into manpower business also for some time. But now we see this as an opportunity to help our youth train through a platform, holistic platform, not just go here. Like you said, there are platforms, but they are, not at one place. You cannot get there. So this is our idea, to have a holistic platform, train our youth, lead them, and also provide them opportunities throughout the group. That's our interest, and I'm sure we will make it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Like, thank you very much for your support. For me, it is a moment, mixed emotion moment. I'm feeling excited that we have launched and we have started the journey from Chennai. But at the same time, I'm feeling nervous because it's like the first innings of our journey. And I believe we have done a lot of work. It is the same situation, when you write an exam and you come back, parents will ask you, how did you write the exam? The only answer as a kid I can say is very good, very good. Only the results will show later. So I'm just hoping that I will pass in A rank. So yes, I'm sharing a very excellent moment of my life right now.
Yeah, so we are very honored to have all of you here today. And for us, this is a very big step. And why this step matters so much to me personally is because anyone in the world, they have three questions on their mind. What are the opportunities that are available for me today? They might not know exactly. Then, how good am I today? What is my strength? What is my value today? And lastly, to achieve my goal, to become who I want to become successful, what do I need to do? What is my path? So for these three questions today, there's no single platform which is answering all of this. We are focusing on these three questions. We're giving this pathway, and it is a very like a big honor for us to serve this, to do this. And I think the Indian market is the market that needs it the most, because we have a young population, smart population, and a very fire in the belly population, right? So this is a big step for us, and hope to have more such events where we can talk about our success. Thank you.